Hi everyone, welcome back to Form and Therapy. My name is Cheok PD, and today on the Culture Study, I'm very excited to check out the debut of another 17 unit. This is 도겸 and Seungkwan for Blue, and I'm extra excited because this says the cinema version, and this video is a whopping 7 minutes, so buckle in. This is going to be very, very fun because I love short films in K-pop or just in Korean music in general, and so I have high expectations because, after all, it is Dogyum and Seungkwan. See, this unit, it's a unit when the 17 unit projects started with Wonwoo and Chunghan way back when, which was like a very interesting, unlikely pairing. I thought, okay, so this was a pair that I immediately considered because, I mean, when I first got into 17, not to brag, day one stan, but who caught my eye? I mean, okay, who caught my eye was Chunghan, I'll be honest, but who caught my ear? It was obviously Dogyum and Seungkwan in Akinda. And they have, carved out such a place and a name and a path for them in the Korean music scene as such phenomenal singers. You can't help but wonder, are they gonna give us a Dogyum and Seungkwan unit? After all, they did do Busoksun, but I don't know. Is it too obvious to do a Dogyum and Seungkwan unit? Or will they give the people what they want? And here we are. So I'm super excited for this. Let's go ahead and check this out. Wow.
자, 괜찮습니다. 자, 벗어나야 됩니다.
괜찮아.
네, 일단 벗어날게요.
Is that like his brother or his friend? Whoa.
가야 돼. 가야 돼요.
The scale of this production is incredible. Oh my god, is that Yumi? Oh my god, I love her. Oh, that's 노상현. Whoa. Okay, so the crash is something that happened before this. He has like a kind of trauma. That was the fakest on-purpose shoulder check I've ever seen in my life. Oh, that push and focus was gorgeous.
Falling in blue, 난 그렇게 한없이 falling in your blue. 새빨간 거짓말들로 괜찮다 웃어 보여도 이미 다 투명해진 내 맘 따위 네 눈에는 적조차도 없겠지. Baby, 내일이 난 그려지지 않아 더 이상. 우린 어디쯤에 멎을까? Still I love you without you. 네 곁에서 멀리 나 홀로 깊이 falling blue. 애써 너를 향해 뻗어본 손끝이 흩어진 물결에 너의 그 모습이 I'm blue. 상현아, 난 그렇게 한없이 falling in your blue.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I wonder if they edited the song or if that's how the song actually goes. Oh my god. That is not your phone. Look away. What is it? Interesting that they use the actors' real names, Sangyeon and Yumi, for their video.
왜 전화를 안 받아?
너 면접 보러 간 거 아니었어?
오직 메아리만 love you, love you, without you,
괜찮아.
without you. 네 곁에서 멀리 나 홀로 깊이 falling blue. 이젠 돌이킬 수 없는 그 마음이 더는 외면할 수 없는 이 순간이 I'm blue, falling in blue. 난 그렇게 한없이 falling in your blue.
Oh my god. I'm dying watching this. This is devastatingly so very raw and real. If you want to portray a woman who is emotionally broken, you hire you, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. These shots are devastatingly gorgeous. Why? Oh my gosh. What a heartbreaking music video. Honestly, out of all the 17 units, this is in terms of titles, you know, I'll be checking out the album later, but in terms of titles, title tracks, this is my favorite. In terms of like the debut packaging music video, yeah, more than others. I'll always be moved by just, for me, like my origins are just like film and telling authentic, real, raw human stories. And oh my god, this one crushed me to my core. One, I think because I find it so relatable, but two, it's really brilliantly done through gorgeous cinematography, through very precise directing, and through just devastatingly real acting. So let's kind of like observe and tackle that one by one. So the writing, and let's kind of tie the writing and the directing for this together. The writing, the story, the directing, it's very brutally sad. And it's because there are no real bad guys in the story. And I think one of the most heartbreaking things and the most sorrowful things are people who have to part even though they love one another. When the pain between a couple is so toxic, it's so suffocating that you have to break up, you have to be alone, you have to part in order to find peace again. It's not even about finding happiness, it's about finding peace. And God, this was so sad. So the idea being, I guess we're just going to use their real names. So they cast No Sang-yeon and Yumi, which we'll talk about the casting a little bit because the casting is brilliant. But we see the opening, and that sets the tone for the entire stage, which is in the beginning, in some kind of car crash, someone dies. Whether it's a brother, a friend, or a coworker, it doesn't matter. Someone died, and this is a trauma that he carries. And clearly it leads into a sense of depression. It leads into this bout of trauma. And so this is where the casting for Do Sang-yeon, I think, is perfect, because he is very notably a very stoic actor. One of the things that makes him just like attractive as an actor is his composure, is the stillness that he brings as an actor. He creates a very interesting aura just from his lack of emotions. That's a very, I think, articulate and very nuanced skill for an actor to express nothing and yet express so much. You can express nothing and be a bad actor, but to express nothing and still express something is high difficulty. So the casting for this is kind of crazy. What a crazy pull. Like, that just goes to show you the notoriety that 17 has and the weight and the power that they have to cast Do Sang-yeon, and such a hot actor, the very, like, I think I would say in demand actor like Yumi. Like she has had such like a hot streak of a career over the past however many years. But back to No Sang-yeon. So yeah, he's got this depression, and it's the problem with depression sometimes, and the problem with trauma, is you can go through like your bout of like the grief and the sorrow in the beginning, but what we see in, let's break over to some of these shots. What we see in the opening of some of these shots is that it starts to be like, no, it starts to become regular life to him. Like, this is part of like their everyday. Like, they're just drinking, they're just hanging out. And then let's talk about Yumi, because this is, I feel like, so acting is, it's a back and forth. It's a relationship between two actors, or however many are in the scene. It's call and response. And the way she reacts to him is so powerful. Even from the beginning of this shot, you see it, and it's at the core of everything that goes wrong, which is her love for him, but the concern that she has for him. You can see it in the very beginning. We're only like a minute in, and you can see it in just her expression here, the care that she has for him. You can see it in the immediate dynamic setup in the beginning. She is the caretaker. She is the one above. He is the one below. And so this is a very interesting just dynamic in general, because it's very hard for, I mean, any relationship for partners to carry on the weight of the relationship, to sort of like bear the burden of being the person watching your partner in pain. But it's especially hard, especially just in a patriarchal society where we are sort of conditioned where the man is sort of the caretaker, the man is sort of the protector and the guardian in the relationship. And that makes it especially hard on women when they have to become someone who takes care of a man. And, you know, it's understandable in this scenario, right? He is in pain. He clearly went through something incredibly traumatic. But unfortunately, the trauma, and you know, I want to validate any trauma in general. The trauma is not something that he can fix or get over overnight. And you see progressively throughout the music video, there is love in this relationship. He loves her and she loves him. But the problem is how much clearly this like coming home to him, being around him and being around this energy is slowly sapping away at hers. Because see, at first I was thinking like, oh, are they trying to portray like her heart is wandering and she's going to cheat on him? No, that's absolutely not what it is. This is an example. Yes, is it a little bit flirtatious, like with this guy and like this? Yes, a little bit. But maybe he's into her, but she's not into him in that traditional aspect. What's very important is like she's in a gathering with a lot of people, a lot of friends, and the smiles don't come just specifically from her interactions with that guy. It's from being in this setting, and it's to directly show the contrast of when she's out with people and she's just like living her life, she's smiling and she's happy. And then we saw it in the beginning, but progressively from this point onwards, we never see her smile when she's at home. We never see her smile when she's with him. And it's a progression. And so throughout the music video, she gets slowly and slowly more and more drained, and as things progressively, unfortunately, get worse. We see it in this scene when she's like doing the dishes. She calls out to him, which, by the way, such gorgeous cinematography in this music video. They rely a lot on natural lighting, and one of the things that makes this set and scene so beautiful is just utilizing, they've got like this like warm lighting right here, which, oh, so gorgeous. They've got like a kick light right here. But in general, they're trying to make this look as natural as possible. They've got a little bit of a hair light to give the scene like a little bit of like a pop right there. But in general, they're not lighting her, they're lighting the scene, if that makes sense. So that's what makes it look really natural and really cinematic. And like even the visual like language of the music video, it's not like a cinematic looking music video. It looks like a clip from a movie. Like this entire music video is shot to look exactly like a movie. It is gorgeous. But we see it here. We see it as she's calling him out and she comes in. And this scene in general, when the music right here is played a little bit. That part of the song is so gorgeous. Oh my God. I just keep falling in your blue and worked harder on our love, but falling in your blue. Those lyrics are very heartbreaking. She is falling in his blue. His depression is creating a devastatingly sort of quicksand effect where it's not only drowning him, she's pulling her into his field and is slowly drowning her. She worked harder on their love, as the lyrics say, but you didn't come back to me. So this is the thing about like caring for someone in a relationship that is going through something, is like you're waiting for that person to return, the person that you fell in love with, the person that you loved, or like when you were happy together, you're waiting for that person to come back, but you didn't come back to me. This is a song about depression. This is a song about losing someone to depression. This is, or at least the story of the music video is. And so like the scenes of like when she's like with that other guy, like right here, it's not necessarily about her liking this guy. Did he make her smile? Yes. But it's recalling, like, because her current partner, No Sang-yeon, doesn't make her smile. It's about her recalling what it feels like to smile, what it feels like to be happy, to have someone make you feel that way. That is what these scenes are trying to illustrate. And then like the devastatingly just brutal, like this part right here really sums up their relationship. He just looks like completely like, wait, what's going on? Like, weren't you going for an interview? But look at the devastating worry that she has. Just from the 2 missed calls, and she didn't pick up, and she tried calling back and he didn't pick up. The devastating worry that he has, the expectations that he has now set up within the relationship, which is that he is a concern. He is a mental health concern. And that weighs on a person. That weighs on her. And it gets to the point where she goes from worrying about him to she becomes just more and more despondent. Like, and then you see it here. She's such a phenomenal actor. Oh my God. I have not even seen everything that she's done, but I've seen like a handful of her work, and oh my God, she's such an incredible actor who can display a range of, I would say, very nuanced and complex emotions. And so by this point, she is someone who is tired. And this scene, this is why Yumi is the actor that she is. You see it in this scene, the slight smile that she has, and the way she looks at him. That is like phenomenal acting, is to really sell everything with your gaze. She still loves him. She still loves him ever so much, but his blue is drowning her. His blue is suffocating her. And that's not his fault. He has his traumas, and unfortunately, he just can't fix it overnight. And she has withstood and waited for him to come back, as it were, as much as she did. And you know what? This is the unfortunate things about trauma and or depression in general, is some people don't come back. Some people do. Some people go through their bout of depression, trauma, they work through it, and they come back to who they were, but forever changed. Some people never come back and become a completely different person, whether that's good or bad. And the no longer alignment of this is, and mind you, people always change in relationships, but the direct alignment of he is unfortunately too far gone. He's too far away from where they were together that she can no longer wait. And so she walks away. And his inability to also, if you notice, express emotion, which is why the casting for No Sang-yeon is perfect. You only see him express emotion 3 times in the video. 1, directly when the car accident incident happens. 2, when he's alone in the shower. And then 3, at the end, once she walks away, he cries alone. And so there's something to be said about maybe he himself has trouble expressing emotion. He is despondent, he's avoidant, or he just doesn't know how to healthily express it, but he's still going through it. Whatever it is, it leaves a lot open and for interpretation. But in general, it's just his blue can no longer not his blue can no longer sustain the relationship. It's just the relationship can no longer sustain because of his blue. And I think that's just what really crushed me, is just how much she loves him, but she can no longer be with him. Like she can't. And that's not her fault. It's not his fault. It's just, unfortunately, that's what life is sometimes. And I found this to be incredibly heartbreaking, incredibly moving, and unfortunately very relatable. I went through an insanely difficult mental health struggle for 2.5 years of my life. And that, when you are going through a really, really deep depression, and the kind of the whole this vortex that it where it kind of all consumes everything, and the way it affects everyone in your life. I'm not talking about people who are just depressed. I'm talking about people who are going through shit, very specifically this traumatic shit, like him. They're processing it and they're living it at that moment. How much of an all-consuming vortex it is. It's heartbreaking. And it consumed and destroyed many parts of my life. And I'm still in the process of recovering and rebuilding as we speak. And so I found this to be incredibly heartbreaking, but incredibly relatable. And Seungkwan and Tokyum's vocals, the song itself really serves as more than just an OST. It never just slipped into the background. It felt like the song was the heart of this film. First off, the song itself has this deep undercurrent of pain. They whoever composed this really nailed in on just the undercurrent of sorrow, what we Koreans call han. There's a deep han in there that just cannot be expressed. The han that he carries and the han that she is trying to undo and is waiting for him to be free of. And so there's two different sorrows going on that's causing the friction and the distance in the relationship. And the song does an amazing job of really feeling more just it's a Korean ballad or a K-pop ballad. And it feels more like just a heartbreaking story, I guess. And yeah, that's why it's my favorite 17 unit title track music video. Just it moved me in so many ways that really only heartbreaking art can. It was beautiful. Oh my goodness. Gosh, I mean, I knew we would get something, I'm sure, emotional, but I didn't think it'd be devastating. And I'm glad that they committed really hard in that realm. I'm glad it wasn't just a ballad. I'm glad that it was something this earth-shatteringly sad. Guys, that's going to be it for me and my reaction to Tokyum and Seungkwan's Blue. Would love to hear your thoughts on the music video, on the song. What did you guys think? Guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to Tokyum and Seungkwan's Blue. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought. If you want to support the channel and if you want to tune in, I will be doing a listening party for Tokyum and Seungkwan's album. That'll be out next month on the Patreon. And I also check out bonus content on the Patreon as well. So if you want to check out what we're reacting to, head on over. We have a schedule. Of course, you don't have to support the channel monetarily. You can always simply like the video down below. You can subscribe over here, and you can check out my other videos in the upper left-hand corner. That's going to be it for me. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you later.